Of the Upper East Side.
We're not muted again.
This is Chrissy.
And you can hear us
I'm
the
Kelly
entire
Patron.
show.
Blah, blah,
Kelly,
blah, blah, blah,
Chrissy, 2Ks, loud.
I'm Kelly.
That's Kelly. I'm Chrissy.
She's Chrissy.
We're trying it again.
Here we are.
Welcome to Strong TV.
Hey, Strongers.
Coming from usastrong.io, from multiple platforms this time, so everyone can hear us, regardless if we're not heard from one platform.
Who may be muting us for
or
some
another.
reason we don't
We're
know.
back.
Conspiracy theory.
We are so happy. I'm Chrissy Mashinsky,
I'm Kelly
CEO
Patron.
and founder of usastrong.io. This is the famous Kelly Catrone.
What's up, Strongers?
Welcome.
Hi.
Founder
Thank you.
of People's Revolution,
Sometimes.
icon, reality TV star.
Oh my God, what a claim to fame. That's so important.
Why don't you share how you got your start? Let's do this, Kelly.
Okay, how I got my start. I had no clue as to what I was doing. I just kind of, it was like a game
highly
of...
doubt that.
No, people
You
think
came
I'm
out
strategic.
knowing exactly what
No,
you were
it's not
doing.
true. People think I'm strategic. I'm not strategic. And when I say I'm not, they think I'm trying to disarm them so I can be more strategic. I'm not strategic.
That's totally New York.
I'm intuitive.
That's such a New Yorker thought process.
You're a Scorpio.
You're a Scorpio.
Yes. I feel like
Cheers,
we should do a cover of Don't Go Breaking My Heart by Elton John and Kiki D.
Don't go breaking my heart.
You couldn't if
Uh-huh.
I tried. Honey, if I give
I
this
love
best.
it. Tell me about your star in New York City.
I basically was a Pop-Tart Coke freak who was a late night party promoter who got paid money to look cute and go to nightclubs and make sure that people
transition.
Yes, then I decided I couldn't live that lifestyle forever, and it was recommended I become a publicist, and I said, what is a publicist?
Right.
And Anthony
And that was
Hayden,
a big thing in the 90s.
it was a very powerful thing.
Yes.
We actually
Yes.
opened up probably one of the first young boutique PR firms, Jason Weinberg and I, and we started a company called Catrone Weinberg where we represented Delight, CNC Music Factory,
Ah, the best.
and Eartha Kitt. We did
Oh,
her whole
the
comeback
best.
at the Carlisle Hotel,
Right.
which was amazing.
Right.
And Michael Schmidt, who's now the creative director of Chrome Hearts. We worked with a lot of talent.
Great
Abel
brands,
Ferrar, really cool filmmakers. Madonna, we did the press for Truth or Dare. That
Madonna.
was crazy. You know her. They call her M. She only has an initial now. They're gonna call us K pretty soon.
K and K.
Yeah, they're just the Ks.
Yeah. And so what brands were you looking up to as a young girl that made you want to come to New York City?
Candies.
Seriously.
Candies.
Oh
Like,
my God, those were the
please.
best sneakers
I
ever.
mean, my idea of designer,
Yeah.
you know, at different phases of people's lives, you have different, you know, you have a
Yes.
different concept of designer. So my idea of designer was like esprit. I mean,
lived in esprit.
Fiorucci wasn't even a word that came near Syracuse.
Right.
So, I mean, for me,
Right.
it was like candies, casual corner,
Right.
esprit.
I
Like, I grew up in a
remember
very
the-
blue
sorry.
collar.
Do you remember the first day though you discovered Fiorucci?
Yeah, but I was older. I
Yeah,
was already
yeah.
living in New York. I mean, you guys, Fiorucci, if you don't know, Fiorucci was a consortium of all things fashion, so like cheap tchotchkes to super
The
high-end
angel.
fashion.
I just remember the angel and
kits.
the colors and the
And they
pink
did this.
and the
Remember?
blue.
We could be the. Let's try to be the Fiorucci.
I know.
Here, put
So
your head
good.
in. Put
So
your
good.
head in here. We could be the angels. That's like the Fiorucci angels.
I know, so good. And so you transitioned then into
Fashion PR. I started as a
Fashion
music
PR.
publicist.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
right, which was great
Okay.
because I got paid and I got to sleep with rock stars and fly private.
Okay.
That's another great job.
Interesting.
Think
okay.
about it.
Then tell me,
Great
from
job,
there,
guys. If
from
you
there,
great job.
you did reality TV. I mean, how do you make that transition?
Well, I built
into
People's
that?
Revolution. So I
Right.
built one of the most cutting edge, disruptive
You sure did.
fashion PR companies in the history of fashion.
That's
and
right.
That is true.
That's
so
right.
I can own that. I'm going to own
Yes,
that.
you can.
I paid
You
the price.
should.
You can see it right here. Patina of fashion. So from there, Anna Wintour and Lisa Love had put Teen Vogue, their baby,
Mm-hmm.
on the Hills. And they called me and said, we'd like
The
you to
Hills.
replace us on MTV. And I
Right.
said, I have no idea what that is.
Right.
And when I figured out what it was, and they had 5 million viewers, and it was the highest rated show in the history
Mm-hmm. Right.
of cable, we had higher ratings than Sopranos and Sex and the City
Oh
combined.
my gosh.
And I thought, this is going to be a great thing for my clients, so I'll do it
Right.
for free.
Right. Right.
That didn't last long. I started getting paid after the first season.
And the hills meant what? Laguna Beach or somewhere in California, right?
Yeah, it started as a Laguna thing, and then it moved to like the Hollywood Hills or like Beverly. But the girls mostly lived in the Hollywood Hills. Most of the kids, Calabasas, Brody, you know.
Brody.
Bob, you know who was really cute?
Jenner.
You know who was really cute is Bobby. What's his last name?
I think he had really great shoes.
Justin Bobby. You guys, here's a breaking news moment.
Oh,
Justin
gossip.
Bobby
The Hills
has
gossip.
a very high fuckability question.
Okay. Oh my God.
Huge.
Kelly, it's noon television.
That's okay.
Or 1
Girls
p.m.
want to hear about
television.
cute boys all day long. It's
cut.
natural.
Okay, next. Let's move on from reality TV.
Okay.
What did you do next?
Well, I just stayed on TV for like 10 years, and then I wrote 2 New York Times best-selling books, and I continued to be a mom to Ava and grow my fashion business. And then I diversified a little bit in the way that I became more confident in my skill set and started to divvy it up and sell it differently. So instead of just taking the product and trying to make the product work, I started working more intensely with the companies from the ground up, from the messaging to the branding, to what we were, injecting into those companies. So by the time we got to PR, we knew the message was already there.
Right. And I think that the most important thing when you think about fashion and where it is today, we're really passionate, both you and I, about women making products locally in the US, right? How do you manufacture? How do you build a brand locally? How do you sell it without having to give away all your profits, right? And I think, what is your advice to young women today trying to build a brand and holding ownership over that?
Well, I think we can talk about it just in terms of our relationship. So, Chrissy, our daughters have been like best friends since they were 4 years old, and Chrissy is a powerhouse in the fashion and entrepreneurial world. She led Free People and Urban Outfitters as the president for 17 years and invented some of the coolest, most relevant brands for young people. When she decided to make a move and wanted to start this company called USA Strong, and we were working on it, .io, usastrong.io, she started telling me about, her relationship with her husband, who's like a tech wizard. He owns a company called the Celsius Network, and how they wanted to change the way business was going to work in tech and fashion together. And I thought, you know what? It's really time for that. So a lot of my clients at that moment, in March and April, their collections were being shut down in Bangladesh, China, Korea, India, and they couldn't access any of their goods. They couldn't even have them to sell them on the street for food if they wanted it. And so it was just a devastating avalanche of destruction, and we used that as an opportunity to see where we had left ourselves open as entrepreneurs and business people, but also people who really shepherd and help other young entrepreneurs, which is what we're doing here. Right. So when Chrissy's idea for usastrong.io came up, and she was talking about creating a marketplace of American-made goods,
verifying
15 years ago, I had an idea, which was like, why don't we have red, white, and blue barcodes? So like if you're in the store and you see something and it might be 50 cents more, but you know if you're going to buy that product because you see a red, white, and blue barcode. And this is not about politics, kids. This is about capitalism, commerce, creativity, and communication. That's what we're talking about here. And so I was like, yes, I want things made in America because I'm from Syracuse.
Right.
And they have all these factories there that have just gone defunct. People have no jobs, and we're outsourcing everything. So my whole thing is like, if you're a small batch goods kind of designer, which anybody who's in business under 2 or 3 years, unless you're part of a denim revolution, okay, you do want to make small batch goods. So you're not going to even be able to make the minimums, let alone afford the FedExes that you have to send, the tech packs, all that other shit. Right. Let's bring it back, dial it back, bring it back to America. And that's what we're doing. And so we're working together. We're looking for some brands.
We are, and you can apply right on usastrong.io.
Because you have a marketplace.
Exactly. Go right on the Strong Marketplace and apply right there. It's an easy form where you can share where your goods are already made, what state, how you're making them, and we will get right back to you and we can onboard you pretty quickly. I think the part of the tech that we've built is so helpful for local makers because we've done all the hard work. We've done the hard lifting. We've made it easy to onboard small brands who can't build out the heavy tech piece of it, and we're not going to take all the profit the way and Amazon.
Let's get to that
right?
because This is just a
Because we didn't
shot
have
to the
that
fucking jugular
when we were
of
growing
Jeff
up,
Bezos.
Kelly.
No, but these brands, you guys are kidding yourself if you're selling on Amazon and Etsy and you think you're making any money. So I'm known for telling
Specifically
people
Amazon.
straight what time it is, and let me just tell you what time it is. It is time to get off Amazon because these guys are stealing all your money. So you can sit there and make all your little earrings in your room, and you're not actually, figuring out how much it costs for the gas to go to the post office, to send the pack, to put it in the thing, to make sure somebody got it. Then you get your ratings, and you give an extra 40% to Jeff Bezos. Those fucking days are over, dude.
He's been
5%. So
pretty
you can
penny.
come on a strong marketplace, which succinctly is a marketplace which celebrates and curates vetted and verified goods that are made in America.
Right.
So all you have to do is prove to us through USA
verify
Strong,
and
IO,
celebrate.
directors and ambassadors. They'll come, they'll check out your operation, make sure that you're legit. Then you're going to become part of this. So it's not only a fashion revolution and a tech revolution and an intersection of fashion and tech, but it's a celebration of feminism and entrepreneurialism. And it's time for you guys to take a chance on yourself.
You
know that you don't want to be that girl anymore. You don't want to be the girl that goes and sells shoes at Bloomingdale's. Make your own shoes.
Make your own shoes.
Yeah.
I think we didn't know or didn't have that option.
Nobody talked to us like that.
Nobody talked.
We could hope, you could be the president of a PR company. Not enough.
Well, that's not true. My dad would tell me that.
Not enough, kids. Not
I just
enough.
didn't listen to him enough.
Be the creator. Be the creator.
That's
Own
right.
everything. Okay? Own everything. But most importantly, do what you love. And if you do what you love, help us and do it in America so we can take our streets back and we can be happy. I want to go back to beer bongs and tailgate parties. I really do. I don't know about you, but I've never done a beer bong. No, I've never done it, but I want to now because it was what really made America great.
All right. Well, reach out to us. We can't wait to hear from you. I don't know
Make
about
me a beer
tailgating,
bong.
but I will come visit you in an RV and see your store and share your story. And we can't wait to meet you. Thank you, Kelly. We love you.
Mwah.
Bye.
Mwah.
Bye.
Come
Bye.
to New York City. We miss you all.